Welcome back. Now, today we've got another 6x6. I know, it's two back-to-back, 3 videos straight in a row about 6x6. This one has got to be the cleanest 2002. You have to wait till I get it washed to see how it really looks, because once I drove down my dirt road and it rained a little last night, it looks not quite as good as it did when I brought it home. Everything on this thing is super, super clean. Now, I tried to buy this when it first came up for sale. They wanted $1,000, said it sat in storage for a long time, and no longer would the motor turn over. My buddy bought it. He's had it sitting over there, and he went ahead and bought another motor for it. So I've got another motor just in case it needs it. This thing has such low hours though. I mean, how lucky could you get to get it at 22222? That might have been too many twos. I was kind of looking at it and I was like, man, I wonder if I try to push the clutch back a little bit if I can get it to turn over. And it worked. My buddy had already pulled the clutch cover. I can't really turn it right there on my left hand. I'm gonna see if this thing will actually start. Worst case, I'm putting a motor in it either way. Maybe we're good to go as it is. And if you notice this other 6x6 in the background, yeah, the ultimate headache unit that I've ever bought. I'm test riding it around. I like to ride these units, make sure they're solid before I sell them. Lo and behold, all of a sudden, high gear starts getting worse and worse and worse, and wouldn't go into high gear no more. So here I am waiting for this gear right there. You see that like rounded? It should be squared off just like this gear. Now this side of it does have a bevel to it. I don't know how to describe that, kind of like a downhill action. But this side, the right side, should have a nice flat square thing. So this gear goes to grab and it don't. You can sometimes get it into high gear. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So it's getting some transmission gears. And the worst part about it is I probably should have looked it up ahead of time. I'm pretty sure I could have swapped that gear with it in the machine. Instead, I've got the front diff out. The middle diff is unbolted and pushed back. Everything's shifted. You win some, you lose some. And I lost on that one. Let's see if we can start this one though. Now the fuel in this is anything but like questionable. Engine's super duper clean. Yeah, 2 hands I can turn it over, which is about right considering if you've got good compression, it should take you 2 hands to turn it over. Now, for whatever reason, there was no battery in this, so I'm doing my little ghetto battery setup. This works just fine. I started a mini machines like this as a Milwaukee battery with an adapter kit that I bought off of eBay or Amazon. Doubt that it's gonna start under its own power because it's been sitting a long time. Even the fuel in the carb is probably terrible. Did y'all hear that a second ago? It sounded like it wanted to start. I'm gonna drain the fuel that's in this float bowl. See if that does it. Got fuel in there for sure. It smells semi-good. But I ended up picking this unit up for $1,400. And I paid about $130 in fuel going and getting it, give or take. Oh, that wasn't good. That came out of the inside of the air filter. I don't have any idea how they would get inside of the air filter. Interesting. So I'm gonna spray a little action sauce in there. And a new air filter. The intake, inside of that intake looked clean. And let's see, she'll start. We're gonna go ahead and do a new plug and make sure we got spark. All right, hopefully I got that sitting on there good enough. Let's see. Nice clean spark, so. Brand new BKR6E plug. All right, so it looks like I should probably check out the carburetor, see what's going on, make sure there's not some type of blockage. and maybe we'll just try squirting in from the backside and just pull the airbox off. But in the meantime, I'll put this dang battery back on the charger. Although it works great, burns through the power very quickly. Decided to run a compression test on this unit to see if that is part of our problem, and that is definitely what we had an issue with. We're hitting 60 PSI. Come to find out, it was due to some sort of dirt on the inside of the engine. I don't know how this got in there. I guess with that wasp nest, there's no sign of any way for them to get in. The piston rings were seized because of it. You can see in this picture right here how bad they were. So it looks like we're going to swap this motor. Now I'm going to challenge myself and see how fast I can swap this engine out. She is in and ready to start, but I lost the audio to this clip, so you get to watch the clutch to see how good this thing runs at this point. Vroom vroom, skeet skeet, vroom. It's running great. This took me 2 hours and 10 minutes to do the total install from start to finish, back up and running. A little bit of smoke in here from, I put oil in the cylinder when I was doing the compression test. So it's got to burn off the oil that was in the pipe. Now, we're ready to take it for a test drive. Hopefully there's no other issues. I do know of these center wheels. I gotta replace a couple bushings. Those will be here tomorrow. These 6x6s actually don't steer too terrible. But so far it's running good. Ride it around for a bit and see. It is good to go for now. I gotta wait for those bushings to come in because these ones are shot. This thing sounds like the whole thing's about to rattle apart. You can't really see it right there. All the bushings. These ones, the ones on the hub side, all of them are shot. I don't know, it's confusing because all the rest of the bushings on the entire unit are good. So I'm gonna put the clutch cover and everything on tomorrow, but runs great. I got everything burned out of the pipe. Clutches do good. This was a solid unit to buy. I'll be in it under 1600. I think it'll be as clean as this is with clean title. Such low hours. I mean, it's got 222 on it. I'll probably ride it around. By the time I sell, it'll be like 225. I like to make sure they're solid before I sell them. I think this thing will be worth 3,300. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll swap that out, take it for a spin, make sure there's no more rattles. Roof needs a little more bolted down because it rattles too. I hear that engine purr. The source of a lot of our rattling is coming from this. Wheel bearing's fine, but there's not a single bit of bushings here, 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 or here. So we're gonna swap all that out, get the clutch cover put back on, get this cover put back on, and this thing will be ready to rock. We can get this thing out of the shop. Plus side is when there's no bushing, these come out nice and easy. There it is. This is one of the nicest Rangers, especially for being a 2002, like it's a Series 10. It's so smooth. So smooth. Everything's nice and tight. I really thought a 6x6 like these would just drive like crap. This one here, it's not too bad. I'm scared I'm gonna wreck it. That's how clean it is. I mean, it's not absolutely perfect. It's got some flaws. The tailgate's nice and clean. Diff's still in good shape. I wouldn't doubt that those are factory rear tires. Yeah, those are factory OEM rear tires. That date code, 2002. Golly, they ain't even dry rotted. My downside is there's these white spots on the front. I don't know what they're from. They were on there already. I thought it would come off when I washed it, and they did not. But aside from that, no big deal. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're on a road to 5,000 subscribers. We're gonna hit that before the end of this year.